Hello tankers and gamers. This video, as you can see, is about the Charioteer A, and it's more about me apologizing for all the times I said the Charioteer A sucked. I'm sorry. Most of this occurred on social media comments, YouTube videos about how some people really love the Charioteer A. I, however, made the gravest mistake of never upgrading this tank, and some of you may know I've been going back and repurchasing and trying to get to know some of the previous tanks I've played and gotten rid of so quickly in just trying to get to the top dog tank. That was a bit of a mistake because I, in my rush, did not realize that the top boom snout I should say, for the Charioteer A was a 105mm boom snout. And that, my friends, is a really good caliber, or I should say diameter. 105mm boom snouts can be really fun and really effective, especially when, as a true British tank, it has Hesh. So I have gone back while also dabbling with the top dog, the FE 4005. And in all honesty, if you appreciate that kind of stuff, please like and follow. I will admit when I'm wrong. Even though as a tanking god, I don't make mistakes often, but I have to be honest sometimes. As YouTube is, some commenter will come along and say something disparaging about me, but yes. And this is the first upgraded match in the Charioteer A. And oh yeah, fully upgraded. This tank with its mobility, there's no armor. Its mobility, its concealability, and its firepower is really good. And I am a player who just, out of the triangle of armor, mobility, and firepower, if you give me firepower and speed, I'll be happy. Of course, I can make exceptions. The Object 268, which still is my favorite, actually, tank destroyer in all of Cold War. It's still my favorite tank destroyer, and I haven't fully upgraded that before the 5, so that could change. But my God, I really don't like being able to do my taxes while waiting in between reloads. That does suck. I mean, the power to delete a tank, yay! Waiting and waiting. That I don't have to do with the Charioteer A, because yes, it reloads well, and this 105 is really good, and I love this debate. It's a bit debate. Some of you may have your opinions and your beliefs, and you think you're right, but I love to have the debate, and Arrow 1 is perfect for this. What is better? 100mm boom sound or 105? 100mm, you have a little bit faster reload, not as much penetration or damage, but you do have a better reload and pretty good penetration versus the 105s, which they are maybe not as accurate, but you get Hesh, you could get Hesh, you have great penetration, and you have a decent alpha freedom. So, in your comments, please tell me, which do you prefer, 100mm or 105? Because I lean more towards 100mm, but I love trying to figure out what's the best of each and which is the worst. And in some scenarios, much better. But back to the Charioteer A. So I've taken cover, and we're trying to hold the line, and unfortunately, we held the line for a good chunk. We didn't really move forwards. We haven't been pushed back yet, but it's starting to crumble. It doesn't help that, again, as with these type of tank destroyers, the British really like tall turrets, and that is something even with the Charioteer A, it's a shallow turret compared to the Conway and obviously FP4005, but yeah, you do kind of got to stick just a little bit further out, or you don't have to go as far out as you think you do to get zapped, and that really something. Oh, you don't realize you're a target, but you are. So, which is why I was getting a feel for it, shooting rocks. That was a bit embarrassing, but and here, now we are falling back. I realize we're losing, so this is more of just can I get a good position in, get a few shots off, get some damage, and then use my speed to fall farther back to the remaining tanks to do, you know, a last ditch Alamo. That's all I got, and I'm very grateful that for this speed. The detection range helps. Wide ping at the end. My team can't do anything. This is just more about I know which directions the main force of the enemy team is coming from. The beach and obviously down the 2 lines. So try to find cover, and this is where it's like, okay, find a spot where you can gauge where you think which enemy is going to get to you first. The ones coming down the 2 line or the ones coming from the beach. I kind of pick right here for the most part, and it's more of the sad thing is I realize my flank's completely exposed. We're all on too much on one side of the hill, so but then again, if anyone was on the other side of the hill, they'd just be a canary in the coal mine. They'd be the first to go as they detect the enemy. We're losing. It's okay. I have done almost 5,000 combined damage. I've destroyed 3 tanks. I've been humbled, and I have learned to greatly appreciate the Charioteer A, which is, as it turns out, stock. Yeah, it's not great. The 20-pounders may reload fast, and if you can learn to aim and get past their lack of penetration, I hated, when I first played this thing, I hated the amount of times I kept bouncing. God, was that frustrating. Here we smoke just to cause a little razzle-dazzle distraction, just to get a lot of destruction, but yes, the Charioteer A, if it really does kind of feel like a medium tank. It really does. And with how some of the mediums are in Cold War, its lack of armor really doesn't make you feel any different from playing some of the French. Although maybe a few more angles would make it a little better, but it's flat, so it's penetrable. And with that said, I hope you keep your tracks on the ground and the RNG's in your favor, and I hope to keep you in the next one. And I'm sorry, Charioteer, I really should have been more patient with you, and going forward, I will make sure to spend more time with the tank, even if I've unlocked the next tank in the line. Learn from my mistakes so you can do better. Bye.